12:01 p.m., April 4, 2025. This is the 27th meeting of the Baltimore County Administrative Charging Committee. As with all meetings, we start with roll calls, and I am Joan Harris.
Sharon Connect.
Pursuing.
Dawn DeShawn-Fewer. Next order of business is to approve the minutes from our last meeting of March 7. May I have a motion to approve, please?
Be it so moved that the Baltimore County Administrative Charging Committee hereby adopts the March 7, 2025 meeting minutes as presented.
Second, all in favor? Aye. And the minutes are approved. Under new business, other than reviewing our investigatory files in closed session, we're just going to have a quick update from Henry.
Sure. Thank you, Madam Chair. So couple of odds and ends here. First, I will go over the trial boards. There have been two that would have occurred before this meeting, between the last two meetings. One for failure to take appropriate police action. That case has been postponed due to the unavailability of one of the attorneys on the scheduled date. So we're still looking to find a new date for that one. The excessive use of force, rude, discourteous conduct, and failure to notify a supervisor of his use of force. That case has been postponed till April 30th due to the unavailability of a party on the previous date. There is also one scheduled for the 15th, which is a departmental accident case, vehicular damage case. So those are the three that are currently pending that involve this committee and Baltimore County in general. I will obviously keep folks updated at the next meeting if any arise, but those are the only ones that have been flagged so far. And I think that every other one, the other ones were before the last. Actually, I think so. What did we? Was the one that the altering a court document? Did we talk about that one at the last meeting?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. All right, the only other update I have is the well, there's two more. Legislative update. The only legislation involving the Administrative Charging Committee that made it through what's called crossover. So if a bill is introduced, it has to pass its respective chamber by a certain date before the end of session. The only bill to have done that is legislation that would modify the year and a day deadline in cases of a criminal investigation. There were also a few other changes that were in the bill that as amended that are actually somewhat significant. The first of those is that it does apply the year and a day deadline to internal cases, as well as cases involving a member of the public. And I want to make sure I get the language specific on this. It also more significant change. So along with polling the 1 year and 1 day deadline in cases of criminal case, it also has been amended so that the year and a day deadline is not a year and a day until disposition by the ACC. It is changed to 1 year from the date of the complaint to 1 year and 1 day until it is presented to the ACC. So it's a bad way of describing it, but basically it means that the year and a day deadline functionally does not apply to the ACC. It applies to the department. They need, under the language as amended, they would need to, Internal Affairs would need to present the case to the ACC within 1 year and 1 day. And the ACC does not have necessarily a set deadline. It has the 30 days to review, to make a decision or ask for additional information, but it isn't given, it doesn't have to be within that 1 year and 1 day, which purely speculation. I think that applies to the intention there was that some jurisdictions are struggling to get cases submitted to their ACC within the 1 year and to give them sufficient time to review within the 1 year and 1 day. So maybe it'll get over to a agency within 11 months, and then they don't have a lot of time to ask for additional information. This legislation would basically say that's fine as long as it gets to them within a year and a day. They can take their time in reviewing it if they need to ask for additional investigation. Our ACC hasn't run into that issue essentially, but this would provide, I think, some additional flexibility for the department and for this committee to not have to reach decisions, rapidly if they don't need to. That's the only bill. It passed both chamber. Well, the amended version passed the Senate it will now go to the House for final. Once they work out all the language, I think it should probably be passed. We'll see if they can do it by sign die on Friday, hopefully.
Ooh, sign of dice Friday. Okay. All right. We don't have any other new business. I just,
Sorry, one more thing.
Oh.
I apologize. There is also training for in-service training to put it on everyone's calendar. If you want to do it, there again is no requirement. June 24th, the state commission is offering in-service training. And I will reach out to Misha and let her know that as well. 'Cause maybe with that.
any particular topics, or is it just,
I think it's the same as what the members of this committee attended last year, where essentially it's here's how things are going. Here are the updates. There's no requirement to be there. I think I will probably go just to see if there's anything major, but I don't think this committee has had any of the issues that some jurisdictions have run into. And I can report back. It's not something that I would say is required. You can certainly attend if you'd like. The PAB and service training, Don will also give you, they're doing that on the 26th of June.
oh, heavens, okay.
So you don't have to do both of those. You don't have to do either one of those if you don't want to, but you're more than happy to. If you can let me know, I will flag that for the commission. So that there are no issues there with making sure you're accounted for. But I think the idea is, my guess is it will probably be very similar to last year and really hopefully more intended for members who have done it, who've come on board since last year. Because I'm sure there are jurisdictions where there's been a lot of turnover.
Okay.
And the final thing is this is an announcement that will also be made at the PAB meeting. There is a pending vacancy for an at-large position on the Police Accountability Board. If you know anyone who's interested in applying, they can certainly do so through the boards and commissions website, through Baltimore County. And we're hoping to, again, that term ends at the end of June. So we're trying to, encourage people to apply in advance so that there's plenty of time for interviews and review of their applications.
All right. Anything else? Okay. I just want to remind folks that the next meeting is May 2nd, 2025 at 12 p.m. in this room, 118 of Baltimore County Historic Courthouse and via WebEx. With that, may I please have a motion to go into closed session to review investigatory files?
Yes, be it so moved that the Baltimore County Administrative Tribunal Committee hereby meets in closed session to review investigatory files in compliance with section 3-3-2806 of the Baltimore County Code and COMAR 12.04.09.05
Second. All in favor?
D1.
Aye. And at 12:09, we will enter closed session. Thank you. Okay, it is 2:40 p.m. and we are back in open session. The only thing we're going to do is move to adjourn until May 2nd, 2025 at 12 p.m. May I have a motion to adjourn, please?
Yes, be it so moved that the Baltimore County Administrative Tribunal Committee hereby adjourns until May 2, 2025, at which time it shall meet in room 118 of the Baltimore County Historic Courthouse and by WebEx at 12 p.m.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
And we are adjourned. Thank you.